What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Friday, November 10th, 2023, and I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now, it is 9:46 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have a volcanic eruption imminent on Iceland, and the Iceland Department of Civil Protection has ordered a mandatory evacuation of the city of Grindavik and the Svartsengi power station. And there were thousands of earthquakes reported this evening and over the last 24 hours. And apparently, there's a magma chamber underneath the town, and there's a good chance that fissures may open up near the town. And apparently, there is significantly more magma involved with this potential eruption than with prior eruptions of that volcano, which is the Fagradalsfjall. I don't know how to say that. They have those crazy names. So I'm going to monitor the situation with that volcano and all those earthquakes in Iceland. So make sure you stay tuned to my channel for continuing updates on that. And any breaking news related to that, I will let you guys know. As of right now, I heard that they already evacuated that town, but it does look like that volcano is going to blow. And when that happens, I will go live if I have to. And I have an update for you guys on the 50 plus American troops that have been injured in the attacks on U.S. bases over the last few weeks, specifically since October 17th. And the Department of Defense is saying that the injuries ranged from head injuries like concussions to minor injuries such as twisted ankles and perforated eardrums. I'm not sure I would categorize a perforated eardrum as minor, but those are some pretty serious injuries, guys. Okay, concussions, twisted ankles, perforated eardrums. I mean, for that to happen, they must be like hitting our bases directly, like not far away, not, a mile away. I mean, they're literally slamming right into our bases, these missiles and drones, whatever they're using, rockets, mortars, artillery, whatever. They're literally hitting our bases, okay? And we're doing nothing about it, okay? We launched 2 airstrikes and we hit some supply depots. It's just ridiculous. So, we'll have to wait and see what the Biden administration does about this. We have the Dwight Eisenhower Carrier Strike Group now halfway through the Gulf of Aden. So it's almost in position. Its final position is going to be right off the coast of Iran. And that's when I'm concerned something big might happen when this ship positions itself right off the coast of Iran. Then we'll see if the U.S. is going to do anything against Iran or possibly other threats in the Middle East. We have a U.S. nuclear armed submarine in the area as well. We have a Marine Expeditionary Unit. We have 2 carrier strike groups. We have 24 nuclear capable fighter jets. We have B-1 bombers in Turkey at the same base where NATO holds their nuclear weapons. So there's a lot of firepower in the Middle East. We have the most amount of naval assets in the Mediterranean since 1945. There's just dozens of NATO warships in the Mediterranean. So we'll have to keep an eye on the situation, but it's not looking too good right now. And what you're looking at here is a map of the United States showing 2 U.S. nuclear war command and control planes up in the air, one over Idaho right now and one over New Hampshire right now. And this was just about, 30 minutes ago. So right around 9:30 or 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So 2 nuclear war command and control planes in the air this evening. And we had a U.S. presidential doomsday plane fly from Stratcom all the way to the bunkers in Northern Virginia. and then it turned around and landed in Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Very, very strange flight path, and it actually flew right over Mount Weather. Okay, this is Mount Weather right here. That's a doomsday bunker for Congress and VIPs. It literally flew right over Mount Weather, which is really, really strange. And we had Forte 10 come back from, looks like Iraq. It flew towards Iraq, turned its transponder off once it crossed into Iraq, and now it's coming back, and it's probably going to land at Sigonella. This is RQ-4 Global Hawk reconnaissance drone. And we also have a P-8 Poseidon sub-hunter active off the coast of Lebanon. And earlier today, we had another British Typhoon fighter jet flying in southern Turkey along the border with Syria. Where this thing was actually flying, we don't know, because it looks like it had its transponder off until it got close to the Mediterranean. So for all we know, this thing could have been flying over Syria, over Iraq. I mean, we just don't know. We have Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria, arriving in Saudi Arabia for an emergency summit on the Gaza war with the Saudis. So this is very, very concerning, guys. Okay, the Saudis are not normally close with Assad and Iran, but this situation is bringing together the entire Muslim world against Israel. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see what they do as a result of this meeting, but this is not a good sign at all. It looks like everybody's turning on Israel right now. And Israel has apparently expanded their airstrikes in southern Lebanon this evening, according to eyewitnesses who have reported casualties among Hezbollah fighters. And apparently, there's intense battles going on right now at the Shifa hospital, which is where Israel said Hamas had their headquarters set up, and they have that tunnel system underneath this thing. And so the Israeli Defense Forces are now clearing that hospital and fighting against Hamas hiding there. So this is some good news from the Israeli side. It basically means that, they're closing in. Okay, they're closing in, and looks like they're almost at the belly of the beast. And Hezbollah was targeting more Israeli antenna arrays on the Israel-Lebanon border recently. And the French president, Emmanuel Macron, said, "I hope that the leaders of the United States and Britain will join the call for a ceasefire in Gaza." So Emmanuel Macron is continuing to push for this ceasefire. And we have pro-Palestinian protests going on right now in New York City, and apparently it has caused a closure of Grand Central Station, the main train terminal in New York City. And apparently there's been a heavy exchange of artillery in the southern part of Lebanon and in northern Israel. So the situation between Lebanon and Israel is continuing to escalate, guys. They're trading heavy fire, okay, artillery fire, missiles, rockets, and Israel launched intense airstrikes recently this evening in southern Lebanon, okay? And tomorrow at 1500 hours local time in Lebanon, the leader of Hezbollah, Nasrallah, is going to be giving another speech, okay? And I think it's the Martyrs' Day or something like that. And interestingly, tomorrow is Veterans Day, and I'm very concerned that Hezbollah could try to target one of our bases or the jihadists in the region. Take your pick which one. They're all the same, regardless of what their name is. I have a very bad feeling that they're going to try to attack our troops overseas, okay? So if you're listening to me and you're in the military and you're serving in Iraq, Syria, Middle East, whatever, be alert tomorrow, okay? Be on high alert. and try to stay near some cover if you can. And this video is sponsored by My Patriot Supply. Guys, we're living in very uncertain times, and you need to make sure your family has emergency food. When World War III starts, you're not going to be able to go to your grocery store to get food. Or when there's a power outage caused by natural disasters or cyber attacks. So you cannot rely on grocery stores to feed your family. You need to have emergency food. And My Patriot Supply makes it very easy to prepare for these uncertain times. They have a 3-month emergency food supply, and it has a 25-year shelf life, and it's all contained within 6 rugged, water-resistant buckets, and you get a wide variety of food from dinners, lunches, breakfasts, drinks, snacks, so you're not going to get bored eating the same food every single day in a real SHTF situation. They also have a 2-week emergency food supply, which is a great option for camping. So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get the 3-month or 2-week emergency food supply from My Patriot Supply. There's a link in the description below this video. It's an excellent gift idea for a prepper. They also have a general store. When you go to that page, you click on their logo, and once you click on their logo, it'll take you to their general store where they have MREs, solar generators, potassium iodide, survival seeds, a whole bunch of stuff, fire starters, water filters. All of these are excellent gift ideas for the prepper in your family. So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get the 3-month and 2-week emergency food supplies. The link is in the description below this video. And an IDF spokesman told CNN that Israeli forces are prepared and operating in any arena that threatens the country. And apparently clashes have been breaking out tonight between the Palestinians and the Israeli army in the West Bank. Moody's, the credit rating agency, has downgraded the outlook for the United States from stable to negative, okay? That is really, really concerning, guys. I can't remember the last time that Moody's downgraded the outlook for the U.S. to negative. That's really bad, okay? Really bad. So we have the situation in Ukraine not getting any better. We have the Middle East on the verge of nuclear war because of that, and also because of Ukraine. Now we have economic issues here at home. So it's like the perfect storm, guys. Okay, so make sure you're getting prepared. Now's the time to get all the things that you need before all hell breaks loose, because then it's going to be too late. And today there were massive protests in Spain. People were protesting against the far left socialist government over there. And I want to just share what the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, said about what Emmanuel Macron, the French president, said about the ceasefire. He said the responsibility for any harm to civilians lies with Hamas, ISIS, and not with Israel. So obviously Netanyahu's pissed off at Macron for basically stabbing him in the back. And we currently have a G2 class geomagnetic storm watch in effect for tomorrow night. All right. So if you live in the northern part of the lower 48, or if you live in Europe, be on alert tomorrow night for Aurora Borealis, the northern lights. You might be able to see them. Here's the latest solar disk. You can see we have sunspot 3477, which is a monster. But other than that, we have very limited solar activity, very little sunspot activity, and we are heading towards a solar minimum right now. And we're also heading towards a grand solar minimum, which is a dormant period for the sun, which could result in a little ice age over the next 30 years. So right now, we're in an El Nino, so this winter should be on the milder side. So take advantage of that. Prepare as much as you can this winter because I think the next few winters are going to be brutal like they were 10 or 15 years ago. Many of you guys may remember the winters of 2008 to 2011. We had back-to-back massive winters in the US and in Europe. Okay, there were blizzards in the UK. I remember, I think it was 2011 or 2010, there was this crazy blizzard in the UK. They got like 3 feet of snow and they had to shut down all the airports there, which is just insane for Britain. And here is the coronal mass ejection that occurred just yesterday, and that's what's going to cause the G2 class geomagnetic storm tomorrow night. So that's the latest information that I have, guys. I will keep you updated on the earthquakes and the volcano in Iceland. That's a very, very serious situation because Iceland has a lot of volcanoes that, if they do blow, they could alter our climate in the short term. They could cause a volcanic winter, okay, which would affect growing across the world and cause food shortages. And that's one thing that could happen if we do go into a grand solar minimum. We would have shorter growing seasons in that situation, which would result in worldwide food shortages and food prices going up. So be prepared for that. Stock up on your emergency food supplies. So I'm really concerned about these U.S. troops that continue to get attacked. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting day, to say the least. I'll let you know what the leader of Hezbollah says, and if there's any more attacks on U.S. bases, I'll be sure to let you know. But be on alert, guys, and stay ready because things are about to get crazy here. A lot of stuff going on, so stay tuned to my channel for continuing coverage. Hit the bell icon below this video so you get notified when I post these emergency alerts. And I wanted to just quickly shout out my buddy Ross Niderman. Some of you guys may know him. He just had his birthday today. He turned 20. So wish him a happy birthday. He's a moderator on my channel and a friend. And he's been with me for I don't know how long, maybe 2 years or so. And he's helped me out a lot. And he's an awesome guy, awesome moderator. So happy birthday, Ross. I hope you have a good one. I hope you had a good one, and enjoy your youth while you still can. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll do more updates tomorrow. Until then, take care. God bless. And don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.